Hello, everybody. Good day to you all. Today, I am talking about My Hero Academia, season number 8, episode number 4, 5, and 6. And overall, these episodes were just amazing. First of all, the animation in here has stepped up a whole lot. It really has gone beyond. And animators have really been not only showing with the action sequences as well, but also showing the emotion on the characters' faces as well, combining both the action and the emotion to make you feel something and seeing these two characters, one character Bakugo who I didn't like at first, becoming the hero who he always claimed to be, but now seeing him actually fighting for something good and actually inspiring people, and even to the point that his name, who the people made fun of and mocked, are now using that to pretty much cheer him on and call him by his name and giving him respect like that as well too. He was a character who just wow and only thought about himself, but now thinking about other people as well too, willing to sacrifice himself for the greater good, even though it hurts. And he made fun of like Deku for doing stuff like this, but now he's doing it himself and becoming the hero. Knowing what sacrifice important sacrifice is for the greater good and stuff as well too. Also seeing Deku, a person who was born without a quirk, didn't have one, always wanted to be a hero, looked up to All Might, and now he has the power that he always wanted, and he's using it, and he made it his own, and to realize that he had to sacrifice that power to pretty much save somebody else to help save the world, even though he may not want to do this, but the willingness to do this because he knows for the greater good, how he inspired, even seeing how he inspired people who were bad, who were on the wrong path. Maybe it started off being heroes, but it became corrupted. But then going back to the light because of him, and then even All Might seeing these two characters who are one he chose to be his successor, but then one he saw his potential, but saw the hurt and pain behind them. Seeing these two students he looked up to him. Now he looking up to them now and seeing their potential, seeing them becoming the heroes that he always thought they could be. It's just amazing. And like I say, getting the backstory on All For One and where he come from, and seeing who his mother was as well too. Don't get nothing about the father, but seeing how she was homeless and alcoholic and probably possibly on some drugs too. Maybe I don't know, who knows, but and seeing how it affected them, and it looked like all the evil went inside of him, and all the good went inside his brother, which is like so weird. Even the size difference between them two, showing that like one was dominant over the other. And the fact that he kind of hated his brother, but at the same time wanted his brother to be around and kind of forced him to follow him and forced him to be along with him and forced the power on him. Like everything he did was like under his control. Like like some reason he I guess because he didn't have no power or no control, he kind of forced himself into situations where he had to be in control. Like overcompensate. Like he didn't have a dad. He didn't know his mom. He ended up killing his mom as a baby, and then having no control over his life, but then forcing himself on his brother and on everybody else, and then this greed of being not only just having power but having all the power. It was like and only thinking that not just having it but thinking it belongs to him. It was like it's so weird and so messed up and twisted. Like oh man, but even though now doesn't focus on all the other characters that much, you get a little back. You see other characters, glimpses of them, and see them watching the show. But I also like how other people around the world everybody's watching this. Everybody's seeing what's going down, and they're cheering for them, rooting for them, and it even make you feel like this. Like yes, they can do this. And then you got Deku, and you got Bakugo fighting on things on a more physical level. And you got Deku, even though he's fighting on a physical, but it's more on an emotional level with him. Because he's trying to save Tenku from who he is. Because he saw his inner child, and now he's trying to connect with that, and then trying to pull him out of that, and maybe, hopefully, fix what's going on with him. Maybe take him out of this world, and so that there is light instead of just being in the darkness. Give him a chance. There's such a hope that there are people who actually do care about him, who's actually on his side, that he's not all alone in this situation. Who knows? But either way, I'm enjoying. I enjoy every single episode so far. I thought the voice actors did an amazing job with that situation as well too. From the emotional standpoint, I think it's great as well. From the action scenes are just beautiful to look at. From the different camera angles they're taking in here, they're taking a lot of amazing action shots throughout the whole situation, especially having them both flying through the air in this situation as well. And it's so interesting to have all for one person who have all this power, but all this power was like pretty much his downfall. Cause I was wondering how this is gonna go. Because every time he gets hurt or damaged, he just gets younger and younger and younger, but his powers just keep on increasing, and so something had to give. And like, yeah, you can tell this is the season finale. Things are going out with a bang. They are not playing around. This is not. Yeah, this is no filler here. This is just getting to the point, getting things done, and just showing you what this is how it's going to go down. This is how it's going to end. And I don't now. I'm not now. We got one situation to handle. Now how we go with this other situation? I don't know. I mean, deep down, I already knew that Duck was going to win. That's not a shocker there. But how he's going to go down, I didn't see it going this direction. Because when all the other images of other all for one past all for one said he had give up the power to Tenku, and I would like to say what, even I felt like that. I said what, like this really, but then see him willing to accept it, especially all the things he's been through just to get this power, just to give it up. I just wow, that shows how big he is. I know how big he is as a person, how good he is as a hero as well. That he was the right choice for All Might to pass them the power on too. Yeah, amazing. So I don't know how this is going to go down between these two, but I'm looking forward to seeing it, especially getting this more interesting backstory, and then also seeing Tenko's grandmother watching this, and because the thing is though, all the other ones went inside of his body, but she couldn't go, representing her fears, her insecurities as well. Even though she's gone, she still hasn't quite dealt with that, because it's so interesting because you got Endeavor, who was abusive to his wife and to his children, and for the sake of being a hero, he sacrificed their happiness and their sense of peace for him to be a hero, and then she abandoned her family so she can be a hero. It's so interesting. Yeah. So it's sad at the same time. Like, so she was an abusive to them, but she just left. And the guilt she's still feeling because of that. Because if she was there with the same outcome, would it change anything at all? Would it make things better or worse? I don't know. She don't know either. She's done with stuck with the fact that she's seen something that she could have helped and could have prevented, and he didn't get taken in by All for One because he felt as though he had nobody on his side, and he came in and swooped in and said, "I got your back." Only for him to try to use him so he could take over his body so he could be born again, which is like so messed up. Like I said before, he sees something and he thinks it belongs to him. And he saw Tenku, he thought he belonged to him as well too, which is like so messed up and so twisted. Like, so sad. But well, like I said, 3 great episodes. If you haven't watched it, just check it out for yourself. Hope you watching. You will enjoy having watching it too. So give my channel a like, hit the thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel and share. I really do appreciate that. Also, links down below. That's my social media. If you want to follow me there, I really do appreciate it. Also to my stores, what's something with shirts and socks, everything else and whatnot. This is one of the shirts that I designed myself, my NinjaRabbit shirt. You see some stuff, buy some stuff. I really would appreciate it. Like I always say, in my dreams in real life, I am the NinjaRabbit. Peace out, peoples.